good, y'all? It's your time. It's his time. It's Bam's time. Dance time to shine. Bam time needs a haircut. I know. But check this out, man. I have two things to tell y'all today. Two quick little topics on this little podcast type of thing. And number one, the first one is, man, I gotta get this shit together and shit. The first one is, bro, I've noticed, if you watch me on Instagram, I've been posting a lot of stuff about basketball. I've been posting like a lot of stuff about, people who don't be getting playing time, this, that, and the third. Because I'm one of those people who don't get playing time on my team. And it's cool. I'm not happy about it. But, better days are coming. And I've been posting stuff like that because I've been seeing a lot of stuff and being able to relate. And a lot of people not really going to understand. Well, they might understand where I'm coming from and they might not. So with that being said, I've noticed this from someone with some experience to anybody who's not getting experience, who's about to step in to get experience. My camera not even focusing, man. I know the lighting is bad. My LED light broke, so I have to use this other weak light. But I want y'all to tell y'all this, bro. When you going somewhere, you gotta always, at the end of the day, people it's hard to say this because it could sound selfish or it could sound bad or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, you got to make sure you're going somewhere that kind of fits you. When people get recruited and get scouted and stuff, they have 5 different schools to choose from and they choose a specific school. People are like, why you ain't go here? Why you ain't go there? Well, those are good schools, but they don't fit my play style. I would have to play behind somebody. I would have to really you know what I'm saying? I worked hard to get where I'm at. And then I'm going to go through that again. Obviously, I'm going to have battles. Don't run from a battle. But it's this place, they fit how I play. They fit my play style. Everybody, what they do fits who I am, fits my play style. The relationship I built with them is a relationship I want to be around. You could go to a better program, but the relationship doesn't fit you. This doesn't fit you. That don't fit you. It's all about fit. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, for those that really, getting out of high school or going anywhere, any sport, really, you got to really make a good decision because that's where you're going to be at. That's where you have to go where you see fit for yourself. At the end of the day, bro, it is competition every day. In practice, it's competition. It's a team game, but in practice, it's competition, especially if you're not playing. If you're not playing, practice is your game. 100%. Practice is your game. It doesn't matter. It doesn't, I don't care what anybody tells you. People might call you selfish for that, but they got to understand, bro, this is a game. I mean, not this is a game. This is my game. I don't get burned in the game. First couple games, you're not playing. Oh, practice is your game. That's where you earn your playing time, right? You have to lock people up. You got to talk shit. You got to do what you got to do to get on the court. You know what I'm saying? It's when you get, it's competition. I remember one of my high school coaches told me, he said it is a competition with your teammate. It's a competition. Obviously, you don't want to see him get hurt. You don't want to see him in any type of trouble, in any type of incident. None of that. None of the above as far as stuff in that field. But it's competition. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to take his minutes, he's trying to take your minutes. That's just how it is, bro. People, they'll say certain stuff to you to keep the team together and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the real talk is it is competition. You have to compete every day. In practice, you have to compete or you're not going to play. It's that simple. So with that being said, I'm just letting people know, don't feel selfish because you nah, I'm taking his minutes. I'm going at him. I'm talking shit to him. He can't fuck with me. He can't guard me. Woo woo woo. Don't feel. And this isn't you to talk down at him. Keep it basketball. If you guard him oh yeah, I'm in there. Yes sir. Yes sir. Yes sir. You know what I'm saying? You could do stuff like that. Keep it basketball. Don't get personal. Don't start saying stuff you shouldn't be saying. Cause then you're taking it outside of basketball. You're taking it outside of pretty much the workplace. That's your workplace. Keep it basketball and understand that this is a competition. You have to understand that. And I don't care what anybody says. If you're happy about not playing, then you have no heart. You have no heart. You have no heart. If you've invested so much time into something, you're going to be devastated when it doesn't work out how you want it to work out. quoted by Shannon Sharp. I can't make this up. But anyways, that's the first thing I want to tell y'all. Second thing I wanted to tell y'all, so if y'all watched the Lakers and Celtics game a couple nights ago, y'all saw that LeBron went to the basket. You know, they really. So I'm gonna give that some context. The play before that, Jaylen Brown, they needed a 3 to tie the game. And I wish the Lakers could have just got the offensive rebound. That's y'all offensive rebound, y'all. Damn. Jaylen Brown gets the rebound off of a bad miss by Al Horford. He gets the rebound, pump fake, somebody jumps. I think Pat Bev taps him on his head, and he lays it up. And they're like, bruh. Then a couple seconds later, beep, and one. And then the person who called it was a ref at half court. Right? Okay, cool. Hold on. Let me fix this. Let me fix this light, bro. Hold on. My fault. All right, there. Boom. Y'all can see me better. So a person who calls it is at half court, right? And it's like, okay, you call that late, and then at that you're at half court making that call. Whatever, fine. So it's tie game. LeBron gets the ball. They call a timeout. Drop a play for LeBron. LeBron gets the ball, drives to the basket, left-handed layup. He's right with his left. The only thing he doesn't do with his left hand is shoot the basketball. Jason Tatum fouls him. They don't call it, and LeBron goes berserk. He's jumping up and down. What? On the ground, everything in the bud, right? And when I saw that, I knew people were going to call him a crybaby. I knew people were going to say he did too much, this, that, and the third. And did he do too much? You could have had a different reaction. But then again, I'm not in his position. And it's crazy because I saw someone, and I don't have no problem with this person. They posted this saying, oh, I understand, you know, he got fouled. It was definitely a bad call, bad missed call, this, that, and the third. But that's why he's supposed to go to overtime and do this, that, and the third. He acted like my niece, da-da-da-da. And I even swiped up, I'm like, bro. And he also posted, you know, I done lost plenty games due to refs. And I swiped up, and I said, bro, you can't compare your hoop life to LeBron's hoop life or any other NBA player's hoop life. And I said some other stuff like it's easy for us to say what we would have did and we're not even in his position. And then I also threw in, because he was a Warrior fan, I threw in Curry through his mouthpiece, hit a fan, saliva, spit, all that from his mouthpiece, hit a fan. He done threw it multiple times, all that in the third. He didn't got in the wrist, like, you know. But I never called Curry a baby for any of that stuff because I understood his frustration, except maybe for the one throwing at the fan. But I still never commented on that when I was back in 2016. He even thrown his mouthpiece a couple times since then. And then he swiped up and he said, oh, I could compare. Like it wasn't no conflict because, like I said, if we see each other, oh, what's up, bro? How you been? Woo? Like, you know, it's no confrontation type stuff. But he was all like, I could compare myself to anybody because we're all human beings at the end of the day. This, that, and the third. And he said a bunch of other stuff, and I didn't really. He sent me a voice message. I didn't respond to any of it because once I read I can compare myself to anybody because we're human beings. I was like, yeah, you're not understanding what I'm saying, so therefore it's no point for me to even go back and forth with you, I'm not saying that his life is more significant than yours. That's not what I'm saying, because, yeah, we are all human beings. I'm saying you can't say that you can't compare you losing a game because of a ref compared to that. You haven't gone through that. Maybe you did get fouled in the AAU game or high school game, but your every move is not critiqued by people, by analysts, by other NBA players. You're not constantly critiqued. Everything you say and do is not constant. Like it's a different feel. But he wasn't understanding. So I didn't even want to respond to him. Like, bro, you acting like a program right now. You acting like you know. So with that being said, what happened to LeBron that night. And I know that was a big football night. It was a lot of games on that night. I don't really watch football like that. I'm gonna get into it next year. But what happened with LeBron that night is a prime example, and this is coming from someone who you did overreact. And this is a LeBron fan, y'all know. But then again, I also said I'm not in his position. I haven't invested in basketball how he is, and it looks like this is a constant thing that happens to him. What happened to LeBron that night is a prime example of how people will pay attention to the reaction versus what caused your reaction. That's why, especially as a man, you have to keep everything in check. You have to stay calm in the storm. You have to, because I'm gonna say it again. What happened that night with LeBron getting fouled and his reaction goes to show you how people will pay attention to your reaction versus what caused your initial reaction. You know what? When they say every action has a reaction, and let's not pay attention to what a person reacted, whether it's a man or woman, let's pay attention to what caused them to react like that. It doesn't work like that in the world, unfortunately. So you have, in a relationship, in the workplace, friendship, with your parents, kids, whatever the case may be, it's important that we all learn that you have to keep you have to react in a calm manner. Because I'm gonna say it again, that showed us. Everybody paid attention, because even the person who posted that, and I know him, we cool, whatever, no problems with him. They undermined what happened to him that caused him that. They talked about it, said no, he got fouled, but they put a lot of emphasis on his reaction. The reaction got talked about louder than what caused his initial reaction, and that happens in life. That happens in life. You know what I'm saying? It happens with the best of us. You could be in the workplace, having an argument with somebody, having an argument with your significant other. People gonna pay attention to the person that's yelling and shit, minus what may have caused her or him to yell. Granted, I've always believed that you got to keep your reaction, you got to keep your emotions under control, especially as a man. You got to understand, like, that is very, very important, you know. But that last night, people were paid to calling them a babe. Even somebody who, I was at work watching it, somebody who I was like, he was sitting down. He's like, see, all he does is cry. And I said, look at the replay, bro. I was like, is that not a foul? He's like, no, okay, that's a foul, but he don't have to act like that. I'm like, why? I'm like, hold on. Why are we paying, like, I can agree with you a little bit of how he could have had a different reaction. But then again, like I said, I'm not in his shoes. So I can't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not in his shoes. But at the end of the day, why are you so loud on his reaction, but you're so quiet with what caused his reaction? You get what I'm saying? Like, that's how it works in the world. And I don't like it, but at the end of the day, I can't change that. I want to be the person to break the cycle. I gotta break this effing cycle, and I'm gonna do it by any reason. You know what I'm saying? I want to be the person that breaks, but that's just a thing that you have to really adapt to and understand. Like, bro, it doesn't matter what you do. People are always going to pay attention to how you reacted versus what caused it. You know what I'm saying? Because people aren't putting context. That's why, you know, and I'm learning that you got to really put context with your arguments and your sports takes, because people aren't putting context with that. I agree that, man, when you look back, that reaction was crazy. I agree. But then people aren't putting context. Man, that is the #1 team in the East. That is a team that was in the NBA Finals last year. That is a team, I'm talking about the Celtics. That is a team that we had on the ropes last time we played them. They went to overtime, you remember? That's a team that we could have potentially beat 2 times. And then we got robbed the second time especially. That is a good win on our resume. That's going to start that, because we're already fighting for playoff berth. Because if you notice, every team is, the teams that are like 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, between 7th through like 12th or 8th through like 12th, everybody's record is somewhat 24 wins, right? And then maybe 26, 27. So Lakers have 28 losses. But they were teetering with some teams. So one win, that West team lose, that other West team lose, they drop, the Lakers are going up. People don't understand the magnitude. They're not putting context behind that game. They're not putting any type of context behind that game. That's why I didn't respond to him. I was like, whatever. Like, I'm not even going to go back and forth with you. Like, people they're not putting context behind that. They're not understanding what it meant behind that. But keep your emotions under control, because people going to pay attention to your reaction versus what caused your initial reaction. And I'm out, man. Bantai, y'all get at me. Subscribe.